One of our favorite AI tools is absolutely 11 Labs. We talk about it all the time. Jaden, I'm starting to feel like we need a petition going to get the heads creators of 11 Labs on here just because we never stop talking about it. They now, it seems every week they're putting out something phenomenal. But just yesterday, just really cool stuff. Now, I read about this by our guy, Chris McKay, super informative guy on LinkedIn. He runs Magitative. And what he was talking about is all this stuff around 11 Labs and celebrity voices. And I'm talking celebrity voices reading out anything because 11 Labs now has this new thing basically where it can read anything, PDFs or articles. But imagine having that done by Judy Garland or James Dean or Laurence Olivier or something like that. That seems amazing to me. Jaden, if anybody's more obsessed with 11 Labs, it's Jaden Schaefer. Jaden, have you seen this?
Yes, I will say I am on their $100 a month tier right now. So I am a power user of 11 Labs. I'll tell you my most recent project I used it for, which was super fun. But yeah, no, this is super cool. I've been predicting this would happen for a long time. So essentially, what it says they are doing is they're working with the estates of deceased celebrities. And they're getting the celebrities' voices on there. I'm assuming they had a bunch of controversy. I was looking at it back in like November 2023, so last year, around them saying, hey, we need to put some safeguards in because people are using it just in its voice cloning tool. They have a tool where you can upload your own voice and it kind of clones it. And people are uploading celebrity voices, getting celebrities to say crazy stuff. I think this is kind of why they're doing the official, we partner with the estate of X,
Right,
Y, and
right,
Z
right, right, right.
celebrity,
Yeah.
because people are going to do it no matter what, and there isn't really a way to shut it down. Like how are they going to detect that it's a certain, I don't know, maybe there's some vocal recognition where they can run it through and see if it's, but that doesn't even make sense. How many celebrities are in the world, like 100,000 over the last 100 years that are like very notable, and they're going to run like a voice clip through all 100,000 to see if it matches. It just seems
Also,
kind
just
of
checking on
ridiculous.
that real quick, like if you are an impersonator of Morgan Freeman and you get on there, 11 Labs is
Right.
implementing your voice, right?
Right, 100%. So I don't think that there's really a way to shut that down. And the impersonator bit, that's perfect. What if you just talk like Morgan Freeman? What if you guys just have the same voice? People have doppelgangers. What if you have the same voice? Sorry, you're not allowed on the platform
Right,
because you sound like someone
right.
that's famous. It's just like it doesn't work. And so I think making these partnerships with the estates is genius, because essentially what it allows them to do is put up guardrails where if you're doing an official one, it won't let it say anything that's like crazy or probably endorse a politician, or say something that's like not safe for work or whatever, right? So they have these guardrails to make sure that what's coming out of it isn't going to be the against the person's wishes or whatever. So I think that's cool. They're going to get obviously some sort of royalty kickback
Right.
for people using their voice. This is amazing to me. It's never been a better time to be a celebrity, in my opinion. This is why Connor, I'm so excited for him and his celebrity status on
Of course.
LinkedIn, is because in the future generations will be using the voice of the famous LinkedIn celebrity Connor Grennan,
That's the dream.
um,
That's the dream, Jaden.
to voice over their stories for their children at night, or to listen to their favorite podcast. That's actually an interesting thought. What if, instead of listening to the AI applied podcast where you have to hear
Right.
Jaden drone on and on about stuff, what if I was Morgan Freeman? Or, there's like all sorts of
100%.
yeah, there's all sorts of
This
options
is
that you
the
could
thing,
have
Jaden.
there.
Like I've heard, like we have some great podcasts that we listen to out there, and one of them is I think it's still called the AI Breakdown. Apologies if it's not called that anymore, but a daily podcast, great on the news, everything like that. It's one of the ones I listen to along with Jaden's AI Chat, which is one of my favorite kind of like just daily news podcasts. But every Sunday, I apologize, I can't remember his name. I think it's every Sunday, but every once in a while, he'll do a long read and he'll use 11 Labs just to read it. And you cannot tell that it's not him. I am also an 11 Labs paid subscriber. I can't get enough of it. I think it's just phenomenal for content creators. It's a fun party trick and everything like that too. But it's really incredible also, I think, in terms of enterprise usage. And I get really excited about enterprise usage. As we know, this is where the Googles, OpenAI's, Microsoft's, Metas of the world are going. They are thinking 100% in terms of enterprise uses, because there's a sense that, well, AI is great, generative AI is great, but how are we actually going to use it to transform our company? So this is why there's so much push into the AI agent world, which just means that you have a model that essentially doesn't just understand what you want, but really carries it out as well. That's obviously known as an AI agent. But with 11 Labs, I can already see the enterprise usage. And I don't think that's always the case because when I'm looking at Synthesia and HeyGen and things like that I've been messing around with lately, this is the digital avatar. Yeah, they're pretty good, but you still get the sense that like it's not really real, or the fake news AI fake, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, newscasts. Okay, that's cool. But 11 Labs being able to imitate the voice of the CEO or imitate the voice of, you know what I mean? Like somebody
Yeah.
who is meaningful to that company, and it's, you know, and then you can do it. I mean, 11 Labs, I don't know how many languages they have access to now, but doing it, especially in a diverse company in native languages, is to me an actual enterprise use case. And Jaden, you are the king of creators. Again, you have these, you know, other podcasts that do this. When I've seen behind the scenes, like what you create, it absolutely bends my mind, not least of which is AI box. But generally speaking, when you think of this from a creator standpoint, how do you think about it? I'm always obsessed with how you approach these things.
Yeah, so I think what I'm really excited for and what I'm using 11 Labs for, you're right. It's ready for prime time in my opinion, and that's why I think it's really useful. They recently had a new tool come out that is like a reader so that you can use their voices to read things, and now they're adding these celebrity voices into that reader
Right.
that it can
Right.
read articles and anything that's on your device or read you the news. So it's kind of cool. I guess it's really giving us a run for our money in the podcasting space.
Hmm.
Maybe it'll replace us someday. But the thing that I recently have been using it for is translation and voice dubbing. It's so freaking good. And this was actually the original mission they had. They started 11 Labs because they're from Poland and the voice dubs were so bad that they wanted to create something. So, what I literally do now is I can go and grab a YouTube video. When I do my podcast AI chat, I upload it to YouTube. I grab that YouTube video, I put it into 11 Labs into their dubbing studio, and well, actually, I have a virtual assistant do it, but they go and they switch it into 27 different languages and they export that. And so last week I spun out a AI chat podcast in like every language, like translated in Korean and Japanese and French and everything. And it's amazing. It completely dubs it over. It spits you back the video, so you just give it a link to the YouTube video, and then it gives you a MP4
Wow.
file you can download with you speaking, and it's like the what you're saying is like lining up. Now, I don't think it has like the lips exactly matching yet. Maybe they'll work on that. I don't know. I mean, they're not really video; they're more just an audio platform. But it's me sitting there talking, and it's my voice speaking Korean. So I think it's absolutely phenomenal. Um, there's a lot of use cases. Like obviously like all voice actors this
Hmm.
essentially replaces, but maybe it doesn't replace. Maybe they upload their voice to the marketplace that 11 Labs has and they make royalties for people using their voices there, which honestly saves them time and money and makes passive income from their talent. So I don't actually think that's even a bad thing.
Okay, wait, no, let's go there for a second because now this is super fascinating. So, let's think of the Spotify model, right? Where you have, yes, your songs are spread much further, much wider, but instead of buying your CDs or going whatever, people are just buying this, and then now it's all of a sudden dependent on how much Spotify wants to pay. So, this is the question around this, right? Around like if you're going to license your voice or not. Do people, I know some places already, some people have already, you know, started to license their voice. That's very cool. One of the most incredible things that I've seen, and apologies, I don't know if this is 11 Labs or not, so I'm not sort of like saying it's one way or the other, but is the Olympics, the Marv Albert, is it Marv Albert? I'm sorry, no, it's Al Michaels. I apologize, Al Michaels, who's the voice of the Olympics. Jaden, I don't know if you saw this, but
Yeah.
he has agreed to allow his voice to be used, so people are going to have personalized uh, you know, Olympic recaps in Al Michaels' voice. So if you're really into, you know, synchronized swimming and you're really into badminton, Al Michaels will give you your specific customized thing in his voice. So that's really interesting. So that's something where Al Michaels, I think, can really benefit from it. Generally speaking, I don't know, but I do think that it's going to be great for the consumer. I don't know how it's going to be for the voice actors, though. That's a big one for me. You know.
Yeah, 100%. I think it at the end of the day, it's I think it'll be good. There's just so many tools and like yeah, there's so many really cool tools that 11 Labs has built, and they're amazing with their APIs. So developers can actually integrate it into software, which means that literally everyone listening, your company can use 11 Labs for whatever you're doing with audio. I've tried a lot of different platforms. a lot of different services. 11 Labs is number one, in my opinion. Yeah, great platform. So we hope that you enjoyed the episode today, talking about everything that 11 Labs has going on, a lot of exciting stuff. If you have, you're just like, man, I got so much value out of this. What can I do to say thank you to Connor and Jaden? The number one thing that we ask people for, guys, listen, I'm not joking. We literally have 94 reviews on Apple on our podcast. We need 6 more reviews to hit 100. This is my greatest wish that I hope I hit before my 100th birthday. So if you could make that happen, be one of, and you haven't done it yet, be one of the people that drops us a review. Or if you only gave us a 4-star in the past, bump that. Come on, dude, give a guy a bone, bump that up to a 5-star review. We do this for you because we love you. We hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day.